So here we are, a new chapter begins, new heroes will arise, new legends will be written. It is time to turn the page. Just listen to that noise, this place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. We're up and running then. And he's picked it up out wide. And it's Nakamura. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Owned beyond the defence. That's a good run he's making there. It's gone out for a throw-in. Thuram. Driven in. Del Piero is flagged offside. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, it would have to be the highly rated Dean Howson. The perfect blend of total football and tiki-taka. I like the front-footed approach he takes to defending. He's very effective, pushing people back by almost joining in central midfield.
Chance! Marvellous goal!
Well, once more, it's him. And we can't be surprised because his instinct for doing this is incredible.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Manchester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Plays a sharp little ball here. Kaut has got himself a free kick. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, they're struggling to cope with a pacey dribble because they've not been at it as a team. I think the collective pressure needs to be better all round.
Stam getting this one clear. Vieira. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Passing is crisp and sharp. He's found a way through. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Trice, and they are soaring! A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So that's two now without reply.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department. Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Stam can get it clear. Now it's Pele. And it's Serginho. Raul. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Oh, it's Bergkamp. And here's Donatoni.
Can he spark a counter here?
And here's Raul.
Well, that looks a decent ball. Flashes it across. Oh, he's been caught napping. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And it's slung out wide. Best tries to play it through.
And this is Del Piero.
And it's hoisted clear. Not the most accurate pass. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some.
Oh, it's Scholes.
Gets his head on it! He will be livid with himself.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
And it's Serginho. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Chooses to go crossfield. Now it's Couch. Chips it through. Now it's Donatoni. Scholes. Del Piero. He is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. He's found space here. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. No, he refuses to take the bait. Best. Can he get it through? Caceres. And it's Serginho. Raul. Thuram gets over and intercepts. Best. Threads one in. Vieira picks it up out wide. Very nicely done. The ball goes in. Howson attempts a clearance. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Couch. And Donatoni. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Engages and forces him off the ball.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
And it's Serginho. Best.
Oh, it's Del Piero.
Scholes. That's a lovely pass. Good read, needed to be. Oh, super ball. And it's half-time. How would you review the first half?
Manchester clearly have plenty of cause to be happy, Peter, but they'll need to resist the temptation to just sit on the lead second half. The opposition will be doing their utmost to try and get back into this, so they have to be alert.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is 2, but still, all things are possible.
Please welcome everyone, our lads.
And here is the first touch of the second half. Pele. Played through into space. Scholes gets into a good position. There's the shot! That is decidedly lacking.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Howson, Agbadu, and Donatoni, Nakamura, Rijkaard, Del Piero, looking to be a menace in the final third. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Serginho concedes a free kick for that. That is ended up in no man's land. Rijkaard distributed tidily. Now he's off and running. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. And this is Bergkamp. Lampard. So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. So, what can they make of this? Caceres tries to clear. And it's Serginho. Nakamura. Spread to the right. Delivered low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And here's Donatoni. Nicely shaped cross.
Well played and well cleared.
Del Piero. Vieira. Now, can they get him away? Oh, good ball. Can he finish? And it's there! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
A case now of complete control. Serginho. And it's Rijkaard. There's the crossfield ball. And it's Kaut. That's Rijkaard. Spread out to the left. Serginho has the space to scheme. He's on it, can he? And the shot!
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
It'll be a throw-in. Vieira. Best will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Pele being given no time to dwell on the ball here.
Well, learning from your mistakes and not repeating them is never completely guaranteed, but that rear guard is more focused on him now.
No luck with that dink over the top. Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. Stam is very much of the none-shall pass school of defending. Oh, he's just misjudged that one.
Oh, sweet feet.
Best receives it in a good position here. Counts. That pass isn't the best. Pele. Rijkaard, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Lampard. And this is Del Piero. Looking for options for move. It's Pele! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
And it's hoisted clear. Maldini. So 3-0 now, and surely there'll be no twists in the plot. It's a promising position. Oh, that's neat. Count. And here's Raul. Bergkamp! And that's a tidy finish. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
87 minutes is number 9, Dennis Bergkamp.
Mexico are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
So could they be onto something here? Knocks it into space. Ambitious ball here. Brilliantly cut out. Musiala. Mbappe.
There will be 3 minutes.
And the number on the board is 3. Great vision. Now it's Donatoni. Takes aim and crosses. It's a goal kick. Oh no, he's got that wrong. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Pele picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Manchester definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.
Major stations.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. The national anthem of Argentina rings out. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Well, Peter, the closest thing to goalkeeping perfection is this guy, Manuel Neuer. We all know about his abilities with the ball, but I want to keep an eye on his leadership. Such a vocal presence who accepts nothing but perfection from his defence and, of course, himself.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. So it's down to business here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Raul. Thuram gets across to intercept that. Del Piero. Shifted it to the flank. Floated through. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Koundé. And it's Gerrard. Best. Passing is crisp and sharp. That has been slung wide. Raul. Raul. Scholes. And here's Diaz. He's a sharp little ball here. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. And it's Scholes. Lampard. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. And this is Shevchenko. Thuram. Now it's Pelé.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Over to the right flank. And he's being shifted off it. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Best. Oh, that is... Decent chance! Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Raul in the hunt and looking threatening. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pelé, and that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Argentina disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Best. He's got away. In towards the back stick. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. In the end, they found themselves penned in. Nowhere to go. Del Piero! Now that has posed a few awkward questions.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Rijkaard. Oh, good-looking ball. Vieira cuts out the pass. Nesta has quite the footballing brain. He's almost never outsmarted. Well, that looks a decent ball. Shot could... He's had a shot! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And he can thump it away. And the keeper beats it away. And now a sudden chance to counter. Thuram. Now it's Del Piero. And it's Scholes. Vieira can so cleverly bypass the press.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Diaz.
Diaz clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way.
Lampard. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good spread. Best plays it in. Carries far too far and out of play. Nesta. But it's Thuram. And the referee has signalled for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. Reflections on the first half?
I think they can be very happy with the flow of the game so far. They're moving the ball around very nicely. They're creating opportunities too. They must need to find a way to add that touch of quality in front of goal, that extra clinical edge.
So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Aquí están los jugadores.
So the action resumes.
Manchester clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Ferdinand. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He played for Rijkaard. Gerrard. Raul. He's shifting through the gears here. Lampard. He's going to be disappointed with that. Ferdinand. Gerrard, with his sights permanently trained on that bottom corner. And it's Ferdinand. Rijkaard. Looking for options for movement. He's found a way past. He is through here. Impressive jump. And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Shevchenko actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Not the most convincing of passes. And now they can spring out of defence. Comes under pressure and it's come loose. And this is Pele. No, it's Del Piero. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. And it's Shevchenko. Aimed beyond the defence. Pressure coming in from all directions.
Oh, sweet feet.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Shevchenko. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Rijkaard. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Shevchenko! Denied by an instinctive save.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And this is Del Piero. Oh, a guilt! Can he finish? It's a goal! They've done it! Finally, they've broken through. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Manchester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Spence makes a dash for it.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually you might...
Shevchenko! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Shevchenko clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Gerrard. Spence. Looking to play him in. Diaz. Oh, shooting chance! Your impression so far, Jim?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour.
It's Lampard! And that would have been game, set and match.
Lampard really can't believe it. He let the opposition off the hook there, and he knows it all too well.
No, he's not getting past him there. And here's Diaz. And it's Spence. Can he get on the end of this?
Skip.
Goes for a shot! And yes, it's there! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Yeah, and the analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited for me. Now they can go one better, possibly.
He won't be happy with that one. Tries to play it. He's having a shot! Goal! Argentina! And the comeback is complete. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought...
Del Piero! And that has been cleared.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
It's roll! It's loose now, and they... Oh, he's been caught! Has another go!
Argentina can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Oh, super Gerrard! And how good was that? About as smooth as it gets. And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now. The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. A warm ovation on his way off, and that is the least he deserves.
He's sharing a smile or two as he's leaving the pitch, Peter. I think his contribution is widely appreciated.
So is that the decisive goal? Not much in the way of time remaining.
Well, that's a really bitter blow. I think it's going to be very hard for them to find the character to respond from that.
Oh, there's a probing ball. 4 extra minutes added on. It's come to nothing. That's that, the end. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, Peter, I really couldn't see what this team was trying to achieve, whether it's the manager's message not getting through or not having the right players in the right positions. It all looked a bit lost.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, there is a definite sense of occasion here as both teams square up to each other with fire in their eyes. This is a day for hope, for expectation, for renewed ambition. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So things are underway. Well, it's fair to presume, I suppose, that Lionel Messi will, as almost always, Jim, be carrying a huge burden of expectation here.
Yeah, but it won't bother him at all, Peter. He just delivers without fail time and time again, and often in a way only he can.
Absolutely. So I wonder what the little magician will have in store for us today.
Well, all I shall say is expect the unexpected.
Now it's Messi. And he's quick to return it. Distributed tidily. Pings in a header! Knocks it out wide. And here's Yamal. And he was alert to it. And we have our very first corner. He's had a shot! Oh, special! That is a special goal! That is a gem! An absolute gem! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Space for him to turn and look. Now this could be a chance. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. Now it's Del Piero. Azar. Yamal. Messi. Yamal. Yamal! And that is certainly not what he had in mind.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
That's a good ball out wide. Oh, well measured. And he's straight offside. Now that looks a decent ball. Tacho gets over and intercepts.
Manchester are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Applies the finish! They've got a corner here. It's their second corner of the game. De Bruyne goes short, foot in. And now a sudden chance to counter. And he's picked out the run. He's shifting through the gears here. Now it's Messi. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe has it out wide and in space. Played into space. And that is expertly dealt with. Oh, there's a probing ball. Stam makes the interception. Aimed beyond the defence. It's an inviting-looking ball, that. Thailand have it back and can go again. That is a great pick-out. Now, who's going to be first? Oh, what has happened here? And he's managed to get free. He's gone down, but the referee just tells him to get back up again. And they're back on the ball again. Great vision. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Ball straight chance! And no mistake. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. That was easy, almost too easy.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up.
Mbappe was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. That has been cut short. No way through there. Searching pass he's played there. It's played through for him. And that was very necessary. And the shot's on here.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Hazard receives it in a wide position.
Thailand have really...
Tries one from range! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Lamine Yamal has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Mbappe threads one in, neatly clipped into space. Oh, well played, well played. Del Piero. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Tries to pass it through. Short changes him with that pass. Quick look at his watch, and the referee whistles for half-time. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
So that was the first half, and we will be back with the second half shortly.
Substitution on the field. Number 7 scores.
So off we go again.
10, Del Piero.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Number 23.
Oh, that's a key interception. Yamal, and he's forced to go back. Now he's off and running. That is a great pick out. And he was quick to react. He's there to retrieve it. Bale makes a dash for it.
Time and again they are repelled.
Yamal.
De Bruyne in with the challenge. And this is Ronaldo.
Van Dijk cuts out the pass.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
And the shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And with